Hello and welcome to SEGA News Bits. I'm Barry, with me is George.
Hello, everyone.
And we're going to be talking about the recently announced Sonic Mania Collector's Edition, which is coming spring 2017 for, so far, North America only. And we'll get into that. But first off, George, where were you when this amazing collector's set was announced?
At work, I guess. I don't even know what time it was announced. I didn't even remember. I barely started looking at it right now, but it looks pretty incredible.
Yeah, let's go through what's in it, and we'll save the controversial part of it for the last bit. But of course, there's the deluxe collector's box. I mean, everything comes in a box these days. It looks cool though. It has the black Sega Genesis / Mega Drive sort of grid design there. It's kind of hard to see, but it's there. It has some new original artwork, which Aaron Weber was actually teasing on his Twitter account for a while, that they were working on behind the scenes, of Sonic making a little fist. And this is some clip art that's been around for years, but this is the first time it's been remade in this kind of, what's that called? Like spray paint sort of, the airbrush aesthetic. And he's in the iconic, well, he's in a different pose, but he's standing in that same sort of swirl that you see on the Sega Genesis cover for Sonic 1, which was also used for Sonic 4. Do you think this this is just a minor nitpick. Do you think they've reused this too many times?
Yeah, I think they have, but then again, people seem to love it, so that's why they keep on bringing it back, right?
Yeah, and I to be fair, the Sonic 4 one didn't look that great. This one looks a lot better. The next bit is probably the largest piece of it physically. It's a 12-inch statue of Sonic standing on a Sega Genesis, and it makes a Sega startup sound, the classic Sega, when you turn it on. Yeah. What do you think about that?
I think that's like the best piece of this whole thing. That's pretty. Even if I don't, Sonic is not my favorite franchise of Sega's, but like having a Mega Drive with Sonic on it, that makes it even like the cherry on top of the ice cream.
Yeah, and it's 12 inches. That's really tall for a statue.
Especially for the price this whole thing is, considering that they sell Sonic statues for like $150 to $200.
Oh yeah, and I mean, the statue that came with the 20th anniversary set, I don't know how tall that is, but I don't think it was 12 inches. I think it was shorter than that. We'll see the quality, though. That's one thing that I suspect it'll be a nice quality, but you never know. This is a render still.
Yeah, you can tell it's a render because the way it's sitting on the Genesis is like really off.
Yeah, and important to note too, they actually don't have any branding on the console. It doesn't say Genesis or Mega Drive, which, and again, we'll discuss the regional availability of this, but it made me wonder if they intentionally left off the branding of Genesis or Mega Drive in the event that this gets a European release. There's also a Sega cartridge cast with golden ring. This is the weirdest one, just because who says cast? I don't really know what they're talking about. Like maybe they took a Sega cartridge and did a mold of it, and this is a casting.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, and it looks like it slides out from the bottom. The ring's sitting there. It makes me wonder if, and this is the other piece, a metallic collector's card with download key. Makes me wonder if this will be sitting inside the cartridge, because it looks like the same size.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, which would make sense. You put the game inside the game cartridge. The ring's kind of a weird thing to put inside the cartridge. Yeah, so let's talk about this metallic collector's card with download key. This is the big one, just because it confirms that this is going to be a digital download. Even though it's a physical release in terms of the collector's box, no matter what version you get, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, or PC digital, it's going to be digital. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, there's a few things I do like. Like, I like they didn't really use branding on the box. Like, if you look at I don't know if this is going to be the retail way they're going to do it, or if there's even going to be a big retail availability of these after pre-orders. But, like, there is no PS4 or PC or any branding on the box. That's pretty cool. I like the cartridge, but it's kind of disappointing that it's digital only. Everybody wants a physical disc to put in, but this is like let's say they couldn't do that. Like, why burn of 8? I don't know how big this game is going to be, but like 100 megabyte game on a Blu-ray.
Right. I mean, I think it'll be larger than the Sonic 4 games in terms of file size for sure, but nowhere near the size of a like Sonic Generations or something. And I mean, I don't know. Some people call me the Sega apologist of the site. sometimes. But I don't know. I look at things from a corporate mindset and from a cost mindset. And, this is a big game in terms of like classic Sonic's coming back and 2D platforming again, the way you truly imagined it. However, it's not a big game in terms of file size. And we're asking Sega to give us I don't really know, are they proprietary Blu-rays that PS4 and Xbox One use?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, to burn all these Blu-rays and have you have to put the disc in to play every time. I'm a huge proponent of physical media, but in this day and age with the Xbox One and PS4, those aren't consoles I really look at and go, God, I really want a disc,
Yeah, this is what I was going to get at. Like, okay, so let's say they do the Blu-ray disc, right? People are going to say, why didn't you just add it in? So let's say they had a choice between doing a Sega Genesis cartridge with the download card and the ring, or a Blu-ray disc. I would take the cartridge, what we have now, than the Blu-ray disc. And especially because I have a PC, so I'm going to probably buy it on PC. So
right.
I don't even have a CD drive on my PC anymore.
Right, and that's a big thing too, is they don't put a lot of, I just bought a new iMac, it doesn't have a disk drive on it. And with PC releases too, when it does come with a disk, you put it in, you use it once, and then you just put it on the shelf, because you've used the games on your computer now.
Yep.
And, even then, don't they, I haven't bought a PC game in years, but do they still come with keys inside?
Yeah, now they just come with a Steam download key, and then the game is literally nothing. It's just because you wanted to buy a box, so you still have to go to Steam and download it like you bought it on Steam.
What do you think a happy medium would be? Do you think it would be nice if they gave people a empty case with cover art just so that it could look like they have the game?
Maybe they could release a regular edition, just like a box with the disc in it. Kind of like they do this with like Shovel Knight. They did that with Shovel Knight, and they did it with like Rocket League. Those are digital only games. They got physical releases, but they look like just a regular game. Like if people want an option to have it on disc, maybe that should be a separate release for like a lower price point.
True.
So let's say the game is debuting for $15 or $20. Make the physical version $30, and it just comes with just the case and the Blu-ray, I guess.
Yeah, I personally think that if we're ever going to see Sonic Mania on a physical disc, it's going to be down the road when either they make a sequel to it, or, we'll see if they make even a trilogy, which would be really awesome, or they make a disc finally including the Sonic 1 and Sonic 2 Taxman Stealth versions, as well as Sonic CD, maybe Sonic 3 and Knuckles if they ever get the rights, and Sonic Mania. That's worthy of a disc in my opinion.
Yeah. I think it should be down the road, but we'll see where this project goes. And how much is this collection?
So right now you can buy it you can pre-order it, I should say, on Amazon. It is, I believe, $69.99. It's $70. However, you receive, if you're a Prime member, or if you even just sign up for a Prime, what is it, like 6 month, a month for free, you get, I believe, 15% off. And so right now
it's 20% off, but like you have to have Prime until it's shipped.
Right. And so it's 20% off, so it would be $55. It's less than the 20th anniversary box, which was, I believe, when I imported it, it was like $100 without shipping. So it's a bit less, and you're getting a bit less, but it's up to you. If you like collectibles, I think the statue is awesome. The cartridge is unique. The metallic card, no, it is not a disc. However, this is the closest to getting a physical version of the game that you're going to get. And so, if you love classic Sonic, if you like collectibles, definitely pick this up. I think it's worth it. And just to get into the regional thing real quick, this has been confirmed for North America. We haven't heard anything in terms of Europe. I believe someone did reach out to Sega Europe, and they gave their regular, we have no news at this time, nothing's planned at this moment, things could change, blah, blah, blah. So that's unfortunate. It is something we've heard before for things that have since come out down the road. And like I said, it is interesting to note that there is no Sega Genesis or Mega Drive branding on these. So this is something that could easily release to Europe in terms of just, there's no physical localization they would need to do in terms of making new molds or new, however they produce these things, new stickers,
I don't know. I think this is Sonic. This is a big game. I think it should get at least a European release. And who knows, it might get it. Sega Europe is still physically releasing Yakuza 0. So right. I think this would sell a little bit more.
Right. It is a Sega of America project, with Sonic Team having, I think, minimal to just advisory role with this. And we have seen in the past that Sega Europe is, who was complaining about this on our site, that Sega Europe and Sega Japan are not talking about this game.
No, they're not. They're ignoring like it doesn't exist. It seems kind of, right?
Yeah, I think Sonic Mania is at Tokyo Game Show, I think, but like the mere fact that I'm saying I think it is, and I haven't really seen any ads for it, like says a lot.
Yeah, they're gonna push Yakuza 6 the hardest because it's almost out. I think the problem is the timing it's coming out. It's not coming out till next year, and like of course the Sonic Twitter is really it's American based, and they're really excited about it because it's their project, really.
True. I mean, this is what 8 to 9 months out.
Yeah. And you know what? Doesn't it kind of feel like doing this kind of puts out the flame on Sonic Boom Fire and Ice?
It does, in a sense. I mean, they really haven't been talking about it too much. They haven't done any major videos or developer interviews. I just speaking personally as, and you can attest to this too, as someone running a fan site, Sega hasn't reached out to us at all about Sonic Boom Fire and Ice.
Nope. And it's weird. I just feel like they're already kind of giving up on the Sonic Boom handheld projects, at least.
Yeah, I feel like they're phasing it out in favor of Sonic Mania and in favor of the 2017 project. Because really, Sonic Boom was a Sega of America project, and Sonic Mania is a Sega of America project, and there was a turnover in staff. I personally think Aaron Weber, he's doing a great job. He pushes what they need to push, but I feel like, and he's not a major decision maker in terms of what games are being made, but I think he has people's ears, and I feel like he's not a huge proponent for Sonic Boom moving forward.
Yeah, and you got to think about it this way. The fans kind of have spoken. Like, there's been overwhelmingly positive reaction to Sonic Mania. That kind of nobody cared. Like, even at the event when Sonic Boom was there, the handheld games, nobody was playing it.
Yeah,
so,
we foolishly played it first and then realized we had all night to play it.
Yeah, because nobody cared. Yeah, I think Sonic Mania they're already taking your money, so you're not going to have any more money to buy Sonic Boom Fire and Ice when it does come out later this month.
That's true. So for the people listening to this, in the comments, let us know what you think about this release. If you're is this a make or break with the disc not being there? And if you're in Europe, do you have any hopes of this ever coming out? And we hope you do get it because it's pretty cool. Do you like Sega? Do you want Sega news? Visit SEGAbits.com and don't forget to visit us on all of our major social networks.